Welcome to Cam GSN Talk Show. Today we are going to break down the novel of Flight Behavior written by Barbara Kingsolver and published in 2012 about a family in Feathertown, Tennessee located in the southern part of the Appalachian Mountains. The novel is realistic fiction which tells the story of a woman, her family, and their struggles with climate change brought on by the discovery of thousands of butterflies. Now, introducing our hosts, Anna Duffy, Chloe Doyle, and Myah Hatfield. Let's get started.
Okay, ladies, we're gonna jump right into it. And we're gonna start by looking at the characters with this lovely family tree.
So the story centers around the main character, Della Robbio, or Della for short. She's a young mother of two who is questioning her marriage. Throughout the novel, she is struggling to accept the life that she had created for herself.
Dell is married to Burley Turnbow Jr., who goes by Cub. He works a low-wage job at the gravel company. Dell and Cub have a son, Preston, who is 5, and a daughter, Cordy, who is 2.
Cub's parents are Hester and Bertie Turnbow Sr., who goes by Bear. They both have very different views other than Dell.
Dell's best friend in the book is Duffy, and she is just as much of a mess as Dell is. Dr. Ovid Byron, an MIT climate scientist, eventually shows up to observe and study the butterflies.
Lastly, Josefina, one of Preston's classmates, and her family, who moved to the U.S. from Mexico, end up explaining the reason about why the butterflies showed up all of a sudden.
Well, they do seem like quite a relatable group. They sure do. All right, let's get a little bit more in depth.
The novel begins with Dell going up a hill with the intentions of cheating on her husband, when she's stopped by a wave of orange, which turns out to be thousands of monarch butterflies.
At church, the rest of the town finds out about the butterflies, which they take as a sign from God. Eventually, Dr. Ovid Byron comes to study the butterflies.
The story takes a sudden turn when a logging company wants to destroy the butterflies' new habitat. This divides the Turnbull family. This is one of the few times where Dell and Hester agree. They agree with the scientists and try to protect the habitat. However, Bear and Cub both want the one-time big paycheck from the logging company.
As the book comes to a close, the butterflies start their migration north. Just like the butterflies, Dell ends up separating from Cub, starting a new job and getting a new home to start her next life chapter.
Well, isn't this just a complex novel that tackles everything from women empowerment to climate change?
All right, let's hand it off to the boys who are going to get a little more in depth.